Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially with regards to the upcoming presidential election in Nigeria. And one of the trending stories in the last few days is the projection by the NOI poll that Peter Obi of the Labour Party is the candidate to beat in the presidential election in 2019. Now, the NIO poll was kind of organized or facilitated by the ANAP Foundation. And this ANAP Foundation, they have been doing opinion polls in the past because this ANAP Foundation, in their projection in 2011, that Goodluck Jonathan is going to win. Goodluck Jonathan eventually won by defeating Buhari of the NNPP that time. They also got it right in 2015 against all odds when they projected that the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Muhammadu Buhari is going to beat the incumbent president Goodluck Jonathan. Many people thought that it's not going to come to pass, but their projection materialized. It became the truth. Goodluck Jonathan was eventually defeated by the APC presidential candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari. It was to mark the first time such a thing will happen in Nigeria's political history, where an incumbent president was defeated by the opposition leader. Now, in 2022, they have come out with yet another projection, saying that Peter Obi is in clear lead with an 8 point ahead of the APC. Of course, since it's a poll, they also have some reservations they made. They say that these things can still change before 2023. Okay? That the gap may be narrowed before 2023. So it is now left for the presidential candidate of Labour Party to keep on the momentum so that this gap doesn't narrow or clear off before 2023 election, that the momentum be maintained. Because from what NOI is projecting, is saying that if this gap is not maintained, there may be the other parties can still take over from Labour Party's position presently, and they can keep on swapping positions. You know how politics is, so everything depends on how Peter Obi and Labour Party is managing their current lead. Now, one of the takeaways from this poll is that the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, has become party number 3. Initially, PDP was party number 1 in Nigeria since 1999. They lost that position to the number 1 position to APC in 2015. and it retained second position in 2019. In 2023, ahead of 2023, PDP has lost the second position. It's now the third party. It has not only been taken over by Labour Party. Labour Party has even pushed APC down the ladder to number 2 position based on this recent poll by the NOI under the facilitation of ANAP Foundation. And from their poll, it shows that Obi has done well in Southwest because he came a close second to APC and his presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Southwest. And Obi has also done better than anyone thought in the North. But if you have been following this channel, you know that I've always projected it that Obi will do well in the North, especially in the North Central. And I projected the reason why he will do well in the whole of the Middle Belt. And the Middle Belt comprises not only North Central, it also included some states that are in the Northwest and in the Northeast. I have done that projection in my earlier video where I showed it. Anybody who have been following my channel for some time now will know what I have projected will happen in North Central and Northeast and Northwest, especially those belts that are part of the Middle Belt. You know, Middle Belt, some people look at it as amorphous, but it comprises many states in the North Central and states in the Northwest and in the Northeast. For example, when you are talking about the Middle Belt, you are talking about not just those states in the North Central. Kaduna State is in the Northwest, but a part of Kaduna, like Kaduna South, they are part of the Middle Belt. If you are talking about Borno State is in the Northeast, but Southern Borno is part of the Middle Belt. And it goes on and on. That is why you can see that even Bauchi, part of Bauchi is in the Middle Belt. And I have projected that Peter Obi will do very well in all those places in previous video. And it has been confirmed by this poll that my projection was right. That Peter Obi will do well in the North Central and in the whole of the Middle Belt, because Middle Belt comprises both North Central and part of Northeast and Northwest. I've been proven right by this poll. And because when I did this projection, I said it that these areas are the area that have suffered much violence as a result of the killings by Fulani herdsmen and bandits and terrorists, and that these places are not likely to support APC that have failed woefully in the past 7 years to protect them. So I projected that Obi will do very well there because these are the areas that need salvation from being killed by killers that the government have not been able to rein in. So I'm not surprised that Obi was said that has done very well in the north, because I know he will do very well there because of this interchange of conflicts that has rendered these areas literally destroyed. Because if you look at these areas I mentioned, this Middle Belt, they are the food basket of Nigeria, but today they are the most terrorized part of Nigeria, to the level that hunger and starvation has become second nature there, because farmers cannot go to farm. Villagers have been driven away from their villages. Communities have been sacked, with federal government doing virtually nothing to return them back to their communities. Many of them are living in IDPs camp, right, as we speak. So Obi will do well there because they are looking for a salvation. They have totally lost hope in both the Buhari administration and the APC administration. They don't believe that anybody under the banner of APC can salvage, can save them from their present situation. Now, one other thing that was also noticed that Atiku from the poll is doing well in the northern states. That Atiku is doing well in northern states is a surprise even to myself, because I know what I have projected that Atiku will not do well. And my reason for projecting that Atiku will not do well in the north, and there's no pathway for Atiku to be president, is because, let's be frank about it, Atiku himself is not in control of the northeast. He may be doing well there, but he's not in control. That is why you can see that he's not to the level to challenge Tinubu and the other factors there. So that's why if he had come second, it would have made sense. He's doing well in the north. It's just that he did well than expected, but it wasn't enough for PDP to come second in this poll. So he still have a lot of work to do, even in the north, not to talk of south and southeast and southwest, where he performed abysmally, and he will perform so abysmally in these zones in the coming election, as I have earlier on projected. Now, from what was projected in this opinion poll by NOI with the support of the ANAP Foundation, is that North Central holds the key to Peter Obi and Aswani Bola Ahmed Tinubu in grabbing the presidency. And so the North Central will be a decider. Of course, it is not new. North Central have always been a zone. It has always been a zone that determines the outcome of election. If you remember, Buhari has been winning northeast and northwest since 2003, but he couldn't become president because he couldn't conquer North Central. The only time North Central supported Buhari, in 2015, Buhari won. Of course, with the support that he got from southern Nigeria, particularly southwest. So Buhari was able to pull it off. So that's how it is. But there are some, it has this NOI poll, which projected Peter Obi having 8-point lead, has generated a lot of reactions from his opponents. But I will get back to that after this short announcement. Please, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now let us look at some of the reactions that have been following it. First of all, with the reaction, if you have followed the reaction, you see that APC, PDP, and New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, they tend to dismiss the report, the poll. First of all, they say the poll is a social media thing that will be won because it was a social media poll. It was not a social media poll. These people have been doing this poll since 2011. So why would they change their methodology in 2022 ahead of 2023 by basing it on social media? They follow the normal pattern they have been using in making their projections, and Peter Obi happens to be the one that Nigerians want to vote for right now. Okay, and trying to demarcate the poll because it didn't favor you is what I found very surprising, because I would have expected that APC and PDP and NNPP, they have reasonable people who would have understood the methodologies that are used in opinion poll. Okay? Because it didn't favor them doesn't mean that it should be discarded. Of course, I know that they will be holding meetings to see where they are getting it wrong. So this opinion poll is even a good thing for them to be able to sit up, to see how they can be able to convince Nigerians that they can be better than Labour Party. Because from all indication, Nigerians have tested the PDP for 16 years. PDP was a total failure for 16 years. And that was why they were kicked out by the APC. APC is now getting to 8 years. But things have even gotten worse than it was 16 years ago. So that APC and PDP are failing ignorant that they are rejected by Nigeria is what I found very surprising. So what do they think? Does the APC think that they will be rewarded by Nigerians for the killings going on in the country? Does APC think that they will be rewarded by Nigerians by the ASU strike going on for 7 months or more? Does APC think that Nigerians will reward them for inflation of over 20%? Does APC think that they will be rewarded for taking Naira this low to the level that Naira is almost selling at the rate of 700 Naira to $1 and is being projected to go down to 1,000 Naira to $1 before the end of the year? Why should APC think that the poll would have favored them and their candidates? Do they not know that their candidate is carrying a lot of baggage? The Muslim ticket baggage, corruption baggage, alleged drug warlord baggage, and so many other baggage. That's literally in a decent society. APC should not even be in the contest. Because they have totally disgraced themselves in terms of leadership. Going from where we were in 2015 to where we are today. So why should they be surprised? Do they think that Nigerians are not reasonable people? So why should they think that whether the poll was done online or offline, that APC somehow will be a party that Nigerians will believe they will vote for? The only way APC will win in 2023 presidential election is if they rig it. No way would they win this election without the election being compromised. Because Nigerians are reasonable people. They cannot reward failure. Of course, the PDP itself should know the mood of Nigerians. PDP has failed the country for 16 years. They have failed the country for 16 years. So if they have failed the country for 16 years, why should Nigerians call them back now? When the people they recommended as their presidential candidates were still part of the problem. Atiku Abubakar was there for 16 years. It was part of the decision making. Everything, economic plans and blueprint of PDP were all carried out when Atiku was around, playing one role or the other. Even when he has left the presidency in 2007, he was still very influential to the level that when he was angry with the party was defeated in 2015, when he walked away with a lot of other leaders of the party and moved to go and form the APC. So what made him think, or his supporters, or those speaking for him, think that Nigerians have forgotten so soon the way the APC treated, the way the PDP treated this country for 16 years? The privatization program of this country, that was literally, the country was literally sold for a penny. cronies of the APC of the PDP administration. Today, the power sector they privatize is nothing to write home about. All the federal government assets that they sold, none of them is doing well now. And the corruption was walking on four legs under the PDP. So what made PDP think they will win? And then PDP is also a very divisive party, where you have a situation, the party have to disregard its zoning arrangement just to please one man, Atiku Abubakar. And you think that people are happy with Atiku Abubakar in the south, southeast, southwest, and north central, where the PDP leadership did not stand by Governor Samuel Ortom of North Central, of Benue State in North Central Nigeria, when he was crying about his people being killed by henchmen. How many PDP governors, leaders like Atiku Abubakar stood up for him? He was made to carry the can alone. At the end of the day, today Samuel Ortom is not allowed to come to a presidential villa of Nigeria, a public area. He has been banned from coming to the presidential villa, as he himself admitted on live television, because he was opposed to his people being killed, being slaughtered, and their lands taken over. Even as I'm talking to you now, several local governments in Benue State are under the occupations of these henchmen. Communities can no longer go back, and this farming season is almost coming to an end without Benue people. Many Benue settlements returning back to their communities to participate in farming activities. So on what basis would anybody support PDP? Which of the PDP governors in the north supported Ortom as he was crying out? When he enacted anti-open grazing law, Atiku Abubakar was among those who opposed it, saying that why should he make such a law? So on what basis will Atiku be accepted in a poll that's done within all these environments in Taraba, in Benue, in Nasarawa, in Plateau, where the people are battling henchmen? You expect them to support PDP candidates, Atiku Abubakar? It's not possible. So these are some of the things that need to be taken care of. Of course, the NNPP man, Rabiu Kwankwaso, on what basis will even Rabiu Kwankwaso should come out to contest the election now? On what basis? Just like Atiku is dead on arrival. After 8 years, after North has gotten the chance to produce the president for 8 years, it's unconscionable that anybody should expect that the power should return back to the North again for another 8 years. So on what basis is Rabiu Kwankwaso presenting himself to be president of Nigeria? That's why he's part of the jokes of the presidential race. He can only model the waters for the votes in Kano State and the other northwest states there, and which is even good for people. So a candidate like Peter Obi, by the time they scatter all the votes in those areas of the north, Peter Obi's vote from south, southeast, southwest, north central will be enough for him to emerge the president of Nigeria. Because when we say some of these things, people tend to think we are joking. If you look at how Jonathan became president in 2011, he didn't win in Northwest, he didn't win in Northeast. But because of the votes he garnered from South, Southeast, southwest, and north central, he became the president of Nigeria. Anybody in doubt should go and ask, why is it that Buhari could not be able to become president of Nigeria since 2003 until 2015? Thank you for watching this video, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.